Hi, Heather Martin here. I'm back in the suburbs of Richmond, Virginia, and I'm coming to check on my clients now that they've had a chance to move in and live in their builder grade home that we upgraded. So let's go in and take a look. Good to see you again. You too. We are at the beginning of the home in the foyer where we're incorporated my wonderful clients' collection of art and artifacts, a new purchase here and then a repurpose here. If you recall from our previous conversations, my client downsized, and so I came in and helped them determine what to keep and what we needed to add to this beautiful space. One of the things that we worked on was adding some different lighting instead of lighting it with lighting the home with what the builder provided. We started in the foyer here and added these beautiful brass pedal pendants. And then over the dining table, which is a new purchase, we have this beautiful abstract chandelier. And then we incorporated this amazing console table and some more of their dining chairs because the goal was to be able to seat as many people as possible. So we are, again, incorporating the things that they already had. And then as we transition into this multi-purpose room here, this is the family room. This is their living space, and this is also a work from home space. And they also have a pet, so we wanted to make sure that Pippi has a space, but it's not noticeable with dog hair, and so all of our choices were made in that pet-friendly vision. And again, a lot of their amazing artwork, I just can't say it enough. And so knowing what we were keeping is how the choice came with the paint colors. So when we've been here a couple times before, the choice was to paint the whole house except for with the exception of a few rooms in a very pale pink to accentuate what they already had. And again, I can't say it enough, their art pieces and helped make that paint choice a really good cohesive look instead of sticking with what the builder grade colors were. So I'd like to take you upstairs and show you how we turned a loft space into a really cool library. All right, so here we are in what my client calls the library. We have two work from home folks, and so here we took a basic box and converted it into a library. So I had my contractor, Levy, come and build this beautiful bookshelf. One of the biggest concerns was, where are we going to put all our books? And so here's where we're putting them. And they also need to house a printer, which is underneath here with, sorry, wrong drawer, but with slide out, and keep some things put away, some important files. This beautiful burl wood desk was their dining table at their old home, and I could not see them parting with the table. And so this became the beautiful desk or centerpiece in this library. They also have about 4 grandkids, and they come on a regular basis, so we needed to be able to have a place for them to sleep. So this is a pull-out sofa, and we also needed a place to store toys and books for them here. And we also needed a very warm and relaxing space, keeping in mind that they would be sleeping up here. So we did top down, bottom up window treatments, Roman shades, and line them with blackout so that you could still have beautiful light in the day and close off and be able to sleep at night if you were sleeping on this pull-out sofa. So one last thing is just to call out that I had some wallpaper installed. Tebow is the wallpaper manufacturer, and it's got lots of texture and striation of color and ties the room, I feel like, amazingly. And my client also loves it. Speaking of my client, I'd like to take you down, introduce you to them, and let them tell you their perspective of what it's like to live in this home.
Hi, I'm Susan. This is my husband, Tim.
Hello.
We are delighted to welcome you to our home that we are absolutely loving. We moved in February, but I think it was back in August that I interviewed several designers to decide who might be a good fit for us. And of course, you never know for sure, but we hired Heather, and we are so glad we did. She was a pleasure to work with, and she listened really carefully to what it was that we loved, what we wanted our home to feel like. She looked around at our art and tried to pick up on the colors that we were drawn to. The way in which she attended to detail was pretty spectacular. And what she did was she created a whole vision based on what we said was important to us in our home.
That was the word I was going to use. As she came in, looked at the art, started picking up color patterns, and really built a vision off of the beginnings of what we had, because we were in a 5-bedroom home in an older part of the city, Bon Air, and we were shedding everything. There were just a few key pieces that we wanted to keep. And then, of course, the artwork. And from those very modest beginnings, she built this vision of what this place could look like, and it was just astounding the way it came together.
Yeah. Part of the vision included a house where Pippi was not going to be a problem, because as you can see, Pippi lives on furniture, and she's a shaggy, shedding mess and brings in all kinds of dirt. And I said everything had to be Pippi-proof. So all the upholstery not only hides her hair really well, but it's resistant not only to her but to grandchild spills, and the rug is the same way. She was wonderful about helping us choose fabrics that worked together and were exceptionally durable and beautiful.
And we weren't always easy.
No.
You know, we looked at lots of different furniture before we settled in on this particular piece of furniture or the chair that's across from us, and it took a lot of energy and effort for her to find exactly the right piece that fit the color and that fit our lifestyle.
And I think the color was a huge piece of this. We told Heather what we wanted it to feel like, and I was amazed at how hard she worked finding the right color, the right shade. She came out here with all kinds of different color boards at different times of day until we found the one that we said, yeah, we think that's right. And because I knew Heather's judgment was so spectacular by then, I just said, yep, she thinks it's right, I think it's right, we're going to go with it. And we're thrilled. It's just been... And
it was a huge jump from our last home where everything was painted Benmore pewter Revere pewter. I can't recall what it was called, but it was gray. It was a very rich gray, and the artwork really popped. So I don't have that vision. I just knew that we were coming from a home that was largely gray to a home that was largely pink, and I had some trouble with that. But now that I am here, I will tell you, it is spectacular. It's just, there's something Zen. There's something almost Buddhist about coming into this home, and it fills you with peace. It's really quite lovely.
Yeah, it's wonderful. She also did a fabulous job with helping us choose light fixtures.
All the light fixtures, like we replaced every light fixture in the home with the exception of the laundry room and one closet. Everything else was replaced, and it wasn't easy because we're doing a lot of this by mail or online, and you're looking at the dimensions, and then it comes in and you find out it's a little off, and so there was a lot of trial and error, but it really turned out just beautifully. She also, by the way, got involved in every step of the design process with the builder, so that we could choose the herringbone tile in the kitchen, so that we could choose the right appliances. There was no aspect of any decision that we made in building out this townhome.
Even the floor was an excruciating.
Oh, yeah.
Choosing the flooring was, and Heather was great. We love this floor.
If you remember, we had selected a different floor.
We did.
And Heather came in, looked at the floor, looked at Pippi's nails, and said, yeah, we need to be thinking about a different floor, and then selected this floor, which just, and it also turned out with the color of the walls to be exactly the right choice.
Yeah.
What else?
I just love the overall feeling. It feels like a welcoming, relaxing space. Upstairs, it's kind of amazing. We had this big loft, and it needed to serve multiple purposes. It's a desk space for both of us, but primarily for Tim right now. And it's also the place where grandchildren come and play and find the books and the toys. It's a place where we could put our books. And finally, it is a pull-out sofa, so out-of-town grandchildren or locals can spend the night. And their parents go in the guest room. They get privacy. Grandchildren don't get any privacy. But Heather was able to make that room come together and meet lots of different needs. And we love the way she helped us repurpose our dining room table that we inherited from my mother. It's just a beautiful table, and it became this fabulous desk, which I never would have thought of. And I love the bold color that she helped us choose for the built-ins. Yeah.
And oh, by the way, she also found the carpenter who did the built-ins, so it was really, you know, it's sort of three things when I think about what Heather did for us. One was the vision, which she clearly had, but wasn't wed to. You know, she was willing to modify based on our feedback, but that core vision really drove the whole process. The other was the attention to detail, little things like transitioning from this room, the living room, into a blue master suite, primary suite, with a little alcove that is one shade different, so that it bridges you into the second room. And then the third was just incredible attention to the logistics of getting light fixtures ordered, of getting rugs and carpets ordered, of getting the furniture ordered, of putting all the pieces together so that through it all, the artwork popped. You know, that the artwork is what speaks to you as you come through the home. And it was just a tremendous experience all the way around.
Yeah, the only other thing that comes to mind is Heather's resources, whether it was places to look for furniture or electricians that would install things for us, or really good craftspeople. She knew where to go and who to talk to, and that was very helpful. It just saved us a lot of legwork and pain.
And all of these details helped us look past her criminal record.
Thank you so much. This was so great.
Heather, it was wonderful to see you again, how it all turned out.
I love seeing how you guys live in your home.
Thank you for all you've done, and we can't wait to get you down to Florida.
I can't wait to go down there and see you there.
On that home.
Yes, I'm excited. Thank you for opening your home up to me.
Oh, thanks, Heather. You made it a home.
Aw.